Hello everyone, welcome back to GMAT Hub. This video is for those people who are thinking of applying in the first round of applications. So most of the top colleges in US, they have their first round in September first week. So it's like 5.5 months from today. Now, in terms of timelines, this is the perfect time to start your GMAT preparations. How? Because if you're targeting top colleges in US, the application process itself takes around 1.5 to 2 months. So even if we take a minimum of 1.5 months, you're left with around 4 months of GMAT preparation. Now to get a GMAT 750 kind of a score, you'll need at least 3.5 to 4 months. So this is the perfect time to start your GMAT preparations. You'll get enough time to prepare for GMAT. You'll get sufficient time to work on your applications. So now let's see how do you score a 715 GMAT and what should be your strategy. How should you prepare for that 750 kind of a score? Before that, let me tell you something about myself. My name is Mohit and I've been teaching GMAT from more than 10 years. I've mentored over 5,000 people. I myself have scored a 780, 99th percentile in both quant and verbal. So today the information that I'll share with you would be coming from that experience. Thousands of people, different things that we have evolved, different training methods that we have created, how those things help in getting that kind of a score, and how do you cut down your preparation time. So 4 sections in GMAT: quant, verbal, integrated reasoning, and AWA. AWA you don't need to worry about right now. Even if you prepare for 2-3 days, you can easily get a good score in AWA. So AWA is not a challenge as of now. Most of you can develop that writing skill. And what structure you need for AWA? So 3-4 days maximum is enough for that. For IR, IR is a mix of quant and verbal to some extent. It uses both the things. So if you master quant and verbal sections, you can easily do an IR in 1 week. 50 to 60 questions, well structured questions for IR is good enough to get an 8 out of 8 on that section. So you need not worry about IR as of now. What you need to worry about and what you need to put your strategy right for is quant and verbal section. Now let's start with each section. For quant, there are like 10 to 12 topics. Okay, 10 to 12 major, minor, all topics put together. That's what you need to work upon. Now let's see how you should start your preparation and how you should strategize your preparation for a quant 51 kind of a score. Now first of all, you should cover your basic concepts for each topic. Okay, so even if you are really good with quant, I would suggest you go through the basic concepts and do some easy questions just to get a hang of all the topics. So what we do in our course is we create some videos for basic concepts. Okay, we have video lectures that cover basic concepts and some easy question. Easy question means 600 level and below. Okay, 600 score and below level of questions, below difficulty level of questions. So see, I'll tell you what problems people face when someone reads a concept. He or she easily understands that concept because concepts are not very difficult. Problem happens when you apply those concepts to the real questions. It's a totally different ball game altogether. Okay, reading concepts, understanding concepts, and applying those concepts to the questions. This process needs to be very smooth and gradual. So what we do in our basic videos is you'll see the concepts. Okay, in those videos I'm explaining the concepts and taking up some basic level of questions, sub 600 level questions. So the reason why we created those videos and why we ask people to see those videos before the classes, the reason is that people who are not so good in quant, they take more time to develop that understanding of a particular concept. So a class should not be more than of 2.5 hours. People cannot concentrate for more than 2.5 hours. So the time that we have to understand a concept in a class is limited, in a live class. So people can go to these videos, they can watch again and again those videos. A 15-20 minute of video, you can spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours even to understand each and every concept. Once that understanding is made, once that understanding is developed, then you come to the class, then your understanding of the whole class is totally different. Your consumption of information and what you retain out of that class is totally a different ball game. So what we target in the class is we take easy to medium level of questions. Okay, we'll go through the concepts again in the class. Okay, it's not that you've watched the video and it's done. We go through the concepts once again, and then we take up easy to medium level of questions. When I say medium difficulty level, it means 600 to 700 level. Okay, if you talk about only quant, it's like hitting a 49 on quant section. So that is the medium difficulty level I'm talking about. So once you go through the class, okay, once you have understood the class, your level becomes a 49 level in quant. Okay, so that's always our target through a class. So once the class is over, then you get practice questions. So the practice questions will have medium to hard difficulty level. Okay, and the best thing that you get out of this is, with our course, you get video solutions for all questions. Okay, and there is a reason we have done so. Okay, first of all, before I come to this point, I would like to highlight our learning. All the questions that you practice, around 70% of those questions should be medium difficulty level. Okay, a lot of people make this mistake that they spend a lot of time on easy questions, or some of them spend a lot of time on really difficult questions. Okay, and still they don't get their desired score. The problem is, or the solution is, you should have maximum number of questions which fall in this category, medium difficulty level. I'll tell you the reason for that. Let's say you get 31 questions in this section, quant section. Around 17 to 80 questions in that section, more than 60% questions are of medium difficulty level. And as you know, it's an adaptive test. So you to get more difficult questions, you need to get easier and medium difficulty level questions correct. So when you don't practice enough medium level questions, you tend to make more mistakes in these kind of questions, and you don't get the 51 level of questions in the actual exam. So this is one biggest mistake people make, and 70% and even more questions that we give for practice are of medium difficulty level. When I say video solutions, and there is a reason we created those videos for every question. Okay, every question for practice that we give. Let's say you do 50 questions of a topic for practice, and you get 40 correct and 10 incorrect. Now 10 incorrect, you can see the videos, or you can book a doubt session with me one-on-one, and we can handle those doubts, no problem. Problem is with the 40 correct questions that you have done. Okay, you must be wondering, if I get it correct, what is the problem? Now the thing is, in GMAT, you don't practice a question, you practice an approach. Okay, so GMAT can create one question in totally different ways. So it's not that you will be practicing each and every question. Practically it's not possible to solve 500, 600 questions of each topic. It's not practically possible. So what you need to do is, you need to practice fewer questions, okay, whatever is practically possible, but with the correct approach. So what people do is, let's say they got 40 correct questions, they don't check whether the procedure or the approach that they took was the right one or not. When I say the right approach, what it means is, you must be able to do a question in less than 2 minutes. Each and every question that is of medium difficulty level. So with the video solutions, you can do a question and you can refer to those video solutions just to see if your approach is correct or not. By this, people right from the first day, they are taking the right approach, or if their approach is not correct, they can amend the approach that they're taking. It saves, trust me, a lot of time for people to get ready for the final GMAT exam. So a lot of people, what they do is, they get right questions, they get good accuracy, but when it comes to taking mock tests, they fail to some extent. Now they have to come back and amend those approaches again. That is not the smartest way to prepare. Get the approach right from the first day. Trust me, it has saved more than 1 month of preparation for many people. Okay, so, and again, that is the reason why we have taken the pain to create those video solutions. So that's how your approach to prepare for GMAT quant section should be. And let's say for verbal, so what we have understood over the years is, with so many people, when you start any question or when you start any concept, for example, sentence correction. Now, sentence correction is one topic wherein almost every question will have more than one topic. Okay, so you'll have to pick grammar, and you'll have to pick modifiers, subject verb agreement. There would be 2-3 things based upon which you'll eliminate options. Okay, it's rarely just one thing that'll be sufficient to solve a question. So what we have created is, in the basic videos we give only 2 options, so that you master each and every topic before you move to full questions with 5 options. So with that, each and every topic gets sorted out right from the first step. Okay, you don't have to go back and forth to solve or to refer back to every concept, every topic. So in our basic videos, again, we cover we target each and every topic. For example, in CR, now you cannot do a CR if you cannot figure out what is the final conclusion in the small paragraph that is given. Okay, so we do a lot of exercise wherein we just ask people to pick what is the right conclusion, what is the final conclusion of the whole argument. Trust me, if you cannot figure out the final conclusion in CR, the critical reasoning section, you'll always struggle with that section. So that's the basis of creating this whole course that we have done. Okay, so we have used all our learnings from over the years with different kinds of students, and that's how we have created this course. And RC is, RC has a very special understanding and very special importance in GMAT verbal section. How? First of all, RC is one topic wherein you'll get 3 to 4 consecutive questions of RC. Okay, with every RC there'll be at least 3 questions. So if you are poor, if you are weak in RC, what happens is there is a chance that you'll get consecutive wrong answers, and that takes your score down by a very large extent. Okay, so RC is something that you cannot do away with. You'll have to master RC come what may. So we have this structured approach to RC, and this is something that has worked with every kind of person. Okay, every kind of student, and doesn't matter whether the passage is a scientific passage, from humanities passage, doesn't matter. This works with every kind of passage, every kind of student. And with this structured approach, almost everyone is able to achieve 90% plus accuracy in this section. And this section, again, I'm repeating again and again, this section is a must if you're targeting a 40 plus kind of a score. And a lot of people have improved their score from like 28 to 41. Okay, I mean, with the right approach, you can master GMAT verbal easily, right? It's not something which is not understood, or some kind of a code that has not been cracked. No. Okay, GMAT verbal works on certain patterns, and if you master those patterns, you can master that section, no problem. So this is the approach that you need to take, and end of the day you need to take like 8 to 10 mocks. This is one more mistake people make. They take 3-4 mocks, they're getting a reasonably good score, and then they just book the final exam, they take the final exam. You need to take at least 8 to 10 mocks just to see if you are consistent with the score or not. 3 to 4 mocks is not sufficient for you to be ready for the final exam. 8 to 10 mocks, more than just taking mocks, you must analyze each and every mock. So what I do is I sit with each and every student, and I go through all the questions that he or she has done, and I'll check whether the approaches taken have been correct and what problem areas a student has, and he or she has to work upon those problem areas. Now the idea is, with every mock you must be improving by 10 points. Okay, so if you're getting a 710 in the second mock, in third and fourth mocks you must be hitting a 720. So that's the idea. By the end of 10th mock you are hitting a 750 comfortably. Okay, so last 3 mocks should be very consistent with in terms of the score that you get, and only then you're ready to achieve that kind of score in the final mock. So this is the whole process, and if you have any queries regarding how to prepare for GMAT, You can WhatsApp us. We'll help you out with whatever way possible. Thank you.